Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH The Flame Emperor Part 81 based on novel. So let's start. Cough, cough. The next moment, Mu Yingying also came back to her senses, and then she just felt a weak feeling in her body. Yingying, let's go. A powerful voice also slowly entered Mu Yingying's mind. Brother. Mu Yingying heard the words. Her pupils also became a little wet. This familiar feeling was clearly his long-lost brother. Elder brother. Is it you? Where are you? Mu Yingying couldn't help but say. I used to have a smooth life with my brother, but unexpectedly, my brother went out for a year and never came back. No matter how Mu Yingying contacted her brother, there was no news. At this moment, listening to her brother's voice, Mu Yingying's longing tears couldn't stop flowing. However, some of the responses to Mu Yingying were just deathly silence. The next moment, Mu Yingying's eyes suddenly spread out, and she glanced away at the surface of the Xianling Emperor Pond, and then a huge power emerged in an instant. Suspended in front of Mu Yingying's chest, there was an extremely weak blue flame. The azure flame slowly floated in front of Mu Yingying's chest, slowly exuding a strange power. This power, even if it is Xiao Yan, is very afraid. The space seemed to be burning, and I couldn't help trembling slightly. What's the smell? On the 7th floor of the underground palace, the old man, who had closed his eyes slightly opened his eyes instantly, and the huge perception instantly filled the 7th floor of the entire underground palace. The next moment, the old man's perception was also locked in the 1st floor of the underground palace. What is that? The old man also murmured slowly, because from his perception, there is a terrifying flame force that is not inferior to holy flame in the 1st floor of the underground palace at this time. Not good. The man who was bound by the chains in the 7th floor underground palace also sensed the intention of the old man in front of him, and immediately said to himself. The next moment, the black flames all over the man appeared impressively, and then mixed with unstoppable power, roaring away at the old man. Just as the man mobilized his strength, the chains around his body tightened abruptly, and then a burst of pain spread all over his body. But at this time the man couldn't care so much, and his eyes were only red. Humph! Facing such a ferocious black flame, Rao, with the strength of the old man, did not dare to take it rashly. He immediately focused his attention on the black flame, and when he moved his hands, a terrifying power instantly matched the black flame. The flames are against each other. Boom, boom, boom. Horrible fluctuations also erupted in this dark space. Damn it. The power of this holy flame has been suppressed, yet it is still so terrifying. Thankfully, this place was specially created, otherwise it would not be able to withstand the attack of this lunatic. The old man also said slowly. As the attack fell, the man also cried out like he was going crazy. Because when the man launched the attack just now, the chains running through his body also surged, bringing him the pain of 10,000 chains. Humph! Yanji, why bother with our Xianling royal family? As long as you promise to submit to us, then the inexhaustible glory and wealth will be in front of you. The old man was also talking. A group of hypocritical hypocrites are also worthy of my obedience. If you want to get my source power, can you come and try it? The man called Yanji also laughed and said disdainfully. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, you won't be so stubborn soon. The old man also said slowly. You said it hundreds of years ago, and it's the same now. Yang Ji snorted coldly. Hearing this, the old man didn't pay any attention to the scorching heat, closed his eyes, and continued to practice. Why can't you sense it? Above the surface of the Xianling Emperor Pond, Mu Yingying also said with disbelief. Brother. He whispered softly. Some of those who responded to Mu Yingying were just dead silent. The next moment, Mu Yingying also slowly put away the flame in front of her chest. The power of this flame. I am afraid that Xiao Yang's fusion of 23 kinds of different fire power is not inferior. Elder brother. You can't have any accident. Mu Yingying also moved her lips slightly, and then said slightly worried. After a brief thought, Mu Yingying was not stopping. After all, it was to prevent the witch from coming back. Mu Yingying immediately headed towards a certain place she sensed. Where? It is the core area of Xianling Emperor Pond, where Xiao Yang retreated, but I don't know why this Mu Yingying does not have any token of the Tianmu clan on her body, but she actually knows this core area. Cough cough cough. Damn it. What is the relationship between this woman and the one in the deepest part of the underground palace? The witch also dived into the water, and then slowly left where Mu Yingying was. Actually let the person in the deepest part of the underground palace not hesitate to take a shot. That person in the deepest part of the underground palace is a genuine fighting fairy. The little witch's appearance was also quite dissatisfied, but the evening dress on her body was also horribly broken, but the witch also had blood flowing out. It wasn't that the witch left at that time. She had no doubt that she would be killed directly by the one in the deepest part of the underground palace. Because she felt the taste of real destruction from the power just now. It's all small monsters who came in this time. After the witch finished speaking, she didn't do anything. She walked towards the depths of the Xianling Emperor Pond, not knowing what to do. What a strong power. On the other side, Mu Feng was also directly immersed in the water, and then said slowly. But I just don't know where Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying are going. After Mu Feng finished speaking he was enjoying himself, because the mysterious power in the Xianling Emperor Pond, even if he just came into contact with it. In the water in the Xianling Emperor Pond, an extremely comfortable feeling spread all over the body in an instant. Do Di Dan. It seems that this time, I can also use this Do Di pill to break through the 5-star Do Di. Mu Feng also laughed. Although Mu Feng was only at the peak of the late 4-star Do Emperor, he was only one step away from the completion of the 4-star Do Emperor. So with the help of the mysterious effects of Do Di Dan and Xianling Emperor Pond, it was a matter of course. With a plan, Mu Feng also plunged into the Xianling Emperor Pond, and the further down he went, the greater the effect. At this time, Xiao Yang was also located in the center of the core area of the Xianling Emperor Pond, and then he sat cross-legged, and the water in front of him that contained extremely terrifying vitality was slowly moisturizing Xiao Yang's body. Let's give you some tips. Seeing this, Long Yi also smiled secretly, and the next moment, Xiao Yang was thrown into a pond by Long Yi. This pond appeared when Xiao Yang took the origin of life stone, but although the area is small and can only be soaked up to Xiao Yang's neck, the terrifying power contained in it is also slowly nourishing Xiao Yang. As for Mu Yingying, she also came to the periphery of the isolated island where Xiao Yang was, and found that she could not enter the isolated island no matter what. So she gave up immediately, and then went directly around the isolated island, took off her clothes, and then slowly walked into the sea, soaked in the water. Only the forehead was exposed. A body as white as jade also appeared in the Xianling Emperor Pond. At this time, the three of them are also enjoying the benefits of this Xianling Emperor Pond. Within the Xianling royal family, there was a rather dark gate, and several figures slowly appeared at this time. Among them, there was one, who was the person in charge of Solomon who participated in the super sect trials. Solomon, in this Xiansan 3 days, is a fairly low-key sect, because there are very few things that come out, and the disciples within Solomon are also extremely low-key. However, even if it is like this, it cannot resist the prestige of this Solomon. After all, it is possible to be within the 9 super sects, within the Xiantian Santian, with as many sects as the stars. No one can be trusted without any background. A few people slowly entered a room, and Wenzi also carefully checked to see if there were any suspicious people, and gently closed the door of the room with you. Just as Wenzi closed the door of the room, a slight spatial fluctuation also quietly entered, and then he stood still in a certain corner of the room. How are things going? Wenzi also asked. In the room, the dim light also shone slowly, and then a voice emanated from it. According to our investigation, the Medusa clan did not know where a clan with the blood of the 9-colored swallowing python came from. Since the arrival of this clan, the 9 major tribes that originally faced each other in the Medusa clan have all surrendered to her rule, but only 3 tribes refused to obey her rule, but the blood of the 9-colored swallowing python was helpless. The power is too powerful, and it also has a terrifying power to suppress the heretics in the family, so those 3 tribes are also suppressed. Solomon's 12th sect master also spoke slowly. Oh? How about the strength of the 9-colored sky-swallowing python? Wenyi also responded slowly. Obviously, although he helped King Xianling with one hand, King Xianling also concealed something from him. The strength of the 9-colored swallowing python is mediocre. I am afraid that it is now at the level of a 5-star fighting emperor. But Solomon's 12th sect master also seemed to hesitate. But what? But it doesn't matter. Wenzi didn't put on any airs at all. After all, the relationship between the Xianling royal family and Solomon was somewhat close, so there was no need to put on airs. More importantly, beside the 12th sect master of Solomon, there are 2 mysterious figures in black cloaks. Even Wenzi felt an extremely fearful aura from both of them, so he had to lower his stance. As far as Wenzi knows, Solomon has a total of 12 sect masters, and the strength of each sect master is extremely terrifying. And the one in front of him, Solomon's 12th sect master, has reached the level of the 7-star Do-D. As for the other sect masters, his strength is only stronger than these 12 sect masters. However, our Solomon experts have investigated, and it seems that the 9-colored sky-swallowing python hasn't appeared since the last time. It seems that they have entered the forbidden land of their Medusa family. Solomon's 12th sect master also said. Really? Wenzi was overjoyed when he heard this. If this 9-colored swallowing python is not among the Medusa family, then dealing with the Medusa family is quite simple. It's my king's goal, and it's this 9-colored swallowing python. She has entered the forbidden area of the Medusa family, and then we will be able to take action. Wenzi also laughed when he heard this. That said, don't forget that the forbidden area of the Medusa family is extremely strange. Even our first sect master couldn't detect what was in the forbidden area. And this forbidden area of the Medusa family is only accessible to the royal families of their 9 major tribes, and the inheritance in the forbidden area is extremely terrifying. So you should be careful. Solomon's 12th sect master also said slowly. Wenzi heard the words and was also shocked. If this Solomon's first sect master couldn't explore the forbidden area of the Medusa clan, I am afraid that no one in Xian Santian would know about the forbidden area of the Medusa clan. Things. I don't know what these 2 are called. The next moment, Wenzi also realized that the matter was over, and immediately bent down and said to the 2 mysterious figures beside Solomon's 12th sect master. You don't need to worry about that. When you go back, remember to tell King Xianling that our plan has to be advanced. And the forbidden area of the Medusa family is full of variables, let him send troops as soon as possible. After Solomon's 12th sect master said, he also put on a black cloak in an instant, and then the next moment, the 3 also disappeared in this place. In a dark room. Looking at this fluctuation, the strength of these 2 will definitely not be lower than that of the 12th Solomon sect master. Wenzi looked at the disappearing 3 people and said slowly. Could it be? The next moment, Wenzi also remembered something, and he also had some thoughts in his heart when he combined with the few people from the burning incense valley. The next moment, Wenzi also slowly left the dark room, and then walked towards the Xianling royal family. At this time, in the dark room, the space was twisted slightly, and a force also dissipated out of thin air. It seems that the Xianling royal family and Solomon have made a big move this time. In a room, Elder Zhu slowly opened his eyes and said slightly, "King, Solomon's people are here. They told me, let us send troops as soon as possible. Otherwise, once the 9-colored swallowing python obtains the inheritance of the Medusa family, it will be detrimental to us at that time." Wenzi also came to Xianling King beside him. He said in a low voice, He tilde these devils. However, the work efficiency is not bad. Go ahead and assemble the other members of the Dragon-Loving Legion as soon as possible. As soon as the news spreads, it is said that our Xianling royal family sent troops to attack Medusa. King Xianling was also staring into the distance, and then there was a different look in his pupils. That's right, King. In addition to Solomon's 12th sect master, there are 2 extremely terrifying figures beside him who came to Xianling city this time. Wenzi also remembered something. It seems that Solomon is more anxious than me. However, even if this Zhu is me, I have to give him 3 points. King Xianling also said slowly, I really don't know. Why does Solomon have the idea of ruling the entire Xiantian 3 days? With so many sects, can one of them handle it by themselves? It's too whimsical. But forget it, when I get the blood of the 9-colored swallowing python, whether it's Xingyang, this Xiantian Santian, or even Solomon, it's all mine. Ha ha ha. Terrifying laughter also spread throughout the room. Wang, no matter what, my life is yours, so no matter what you do, I will support you unconditionally. Even if I sacrifice my life for you. Wenzi said silently in his heart, when he heard the words, and then slowly retreated. Minutes and seconds have passed, and Xiao Yang and the others have spent a lot of time entering the Xianling Imperial Pond. Although they are outside for a day, they can stay in the Xianling Imperial Pond for 10 days. Gulu. In the center of the core area of Xianling Emperor Pond, a thin figure slowly appeared. That figure was actually Xiao Yang. At this time, Xiao Yang was surrounded by milky white flames, and then slowly immersed in a pond. This pond is also strange, it only has a very small space, but it is very suitable for Xiao Yang, as if it was tailor-made. At this time, the golden water around Xiao Yang's body also slowly soaked it. Then the milky white flames around Xiao Yang's body also caused the golden water to emit extremely hot temperatures. The golden energy in this Xianling Emperor Pond is really mysterious. It seems that absorbing this mysterious golden energy is constantly consolidating my soul realm and battle Qi Si. Xiao Yang also muttered in his heart, and then the next moment, it was also slowly running the burning dew. At this time, Xiao Yang was immersed in the golden Xianling Emperor Pond water, and the golden power that was suspended beside Xiao Yang also slowly flowed from all directions, and then all of it flowed into Xiao Yang's body. The next moment, just when the golden power was about to flow and disappear, Xiao Yang suddenly opened his mouth, and then an extremely terrifying wave slowly absorbed the rich golden power into his stomach. The reason why Xiao Yang did not immediately absorb the life force given to him by his master, the Golden Dragon King, was to use this extremely rich life force to shock the 4-star Do-Di to consummation. After all, Xiao Yang at this time is already in the middle stage of the 4-star Do Emperor. After absorbing the immortal body, although he did not bring a breakthrough in power to Xiao Yang, Xiao Yang also found that he vaguely touched the middle stage of the 4-star Do Emperor. The threshold of the peak. And the power of life in front of him is probably fatally attractive to Do Xian level powerhouses. so it is feasible for Xiao Yang to use this force to break through the 4-star Do Emperor to complete success. Therefore, Xiao Yang was also immersed in the golden water for the first time. The pond is located outside the broken space. As the source of life stone in the broken space is taken away, the next moment, the place where the pond is also collapsed suddenly, and then a water liquid mixed with a huge breath also emerged. Come out. The pond that emerged should be connected to the most central part of the Xianling Emperor pond, so soaking here is also very effective. Xiao Yang thought. Therefore, Xiao Yang didn't stop there too much, and directly plunged into the pond, enjoying the mystery of the Xianling Emperor pond. As soon as he entered the water, a cold feeling spread throughout his body, but the next moment, Xiao Yang was also pleasantly surprised to find that the slightly depleted fighting qi in his body actually had a very obvious recovery. And this recovery is obviously not what Xiao Yang did, but the mysterious effect of this Xianling Emperor pond. This place is really a good place. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, the conch shell on his chest suddenly emitted a very dazzling light, and then Xiao Yang also felt that an extremely turbulent impact force was also spontaneously generated under his feet. This should be the water that connects the entire Xianling Emperor pond. It's no wonder that this effect is so terrifying. Xiao Yang also murmured, and now he can soak it with confidence. I just don't know if this Xianling Emperor pond has the effect it is said to have. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, he also closed his eyes, and then the surroundings returned to calm. And it is strange to say that in the golden water in the Xianling Emperor pond, with the increase of Xiao Yang's immersion time, some golden energy slowly dispersed from the water, and then slowly poured into Xiao Yang in the body. Although Xiao Yang didn't know what this golden energy was, he didn't even need to think about it. This golden energy seemed to be about the stepping stone of the 6-star Do Emperor, so he didn't have time to think about it. It would be great to absorb more. Outside the core area of the forbidden area, since Xiao Yang entered, the isolated island seems to have some mysterious power, which isolates this isolated island. RAO was because Mu Yingying found this isolated island, and there was no way to enter immediately. After thinking for a while, Mu Yingying also gave up the idea of entering this isolated island, and then the huge power spread instantly, and then she also took off all the clothes on her body. Then slowly enter the water. The water in the golden Xianling Emperor pond perfectly blended with Mu Yingying's jade-white figure. The next moment, I could also see that tiny traces of golden energy were continuously gathering from all directions, and then slowly injected into Mu Yingying's body. It's time. After 10 days of soaking, Mu Yingying suddenly opened her eyes, and then her lips moved slightly, and she muttered. The next moment, Mu Yingying also took out the Do-di pill, and then gently opened the bottle with her jade hand. Immediately, the Do-di pill with delicate lines all over her body also appeared on Mu Yingying's palm. This time, it's up to you. After Mu Yingying finished speaking, she swallowed the Do-di pill, and then continued to absorb the golden mysterious energy in the Xianling Emperor pond, plus the power of this Do-di pill. I am afraid that it is only a matter of time before breaking through the 5-star Do-di. Looking back at Xiao Yang, this immersion was 3 months. Even if he was outside, 10 days had passed, and there were only 10 days left before he left the Xianling Emperor pond. This Xianling Emperor pond is really a good thing. Xiao Yang also said quite enviously obviously, 3 months after absorbing this Xianling Emperor pond, in the depths of Xiao Yang's soul realm, have a certain prototype. Even the place that holds Do Qi in Xiao Yang's body was gradually refined from a sea of Do Qi. There is a vague phenomenon of breaking through the 4-star Do Emperor's completion. It's time. The next moment, Xiao Yang also laughed. Obviously, at this time, the power to absorb the Xianling Emperor pond had reached its saturation point. It would be a waste of time to continue like this, so Xiao Yang also jumped out of that pond. Whether the 4-star Do-di is successful or not depends on you. Xiao Yang also murmured. The next moment, Xiao Yang put the round object in the palm of his hand that contained the power of life, and slowly appeared in Xiao Yang's hand. Xiao Yang also smiled knowingly at this, and then suddenly raised his palm. A huge suction force also absorbed all the energy of life. What a strong power! When the power of life just entered Xiao Yang's body, an indescribable feeling of comfort spread throughout the body. The next moment, Xiao Yang also controlled this power of life. Facing Fen Yang decided to go, trying to refine this power with burning dew, so as to absorb this pure power and gain the huge power of promotion. For this huge force of life, even the powerhouses of the Dozian level are quite jealous. Xiao Yang knows that he can't be impatient. Life force. It has been nearly a month since Xiao Yang and the others entered the Xianling Imperial Pond. Tomorrow will be the day when they leave the Xianling Imperial Pond. Bang bang bang. In the Xianling Emperor Pond, several rather loud voices also echoed in this isolated island. Ha ha ha. Success. The next moment, a loud laugh also rang out. This person is, surprisingly, Xiao Yang. The energy of this life force is so terrifying. Even this small amount of energy can make me successfully advance to the 4-star Do Emperor perfection level. Xiao Yang nodded with satisfaction. This life force has a fatal attraction to the powerhouses of the fighting immortal level, so it is reasonable to have such an effect. The next moment, Xiao Yang also suddenly activated the burning dew in his body, and the endless milky white flames also filled out instantly. The tyrannical level of this milky white flame is undoubtedly much stronger than before Xiao Yang absorbed the water and life force of the Xianling Emperor Pond. Even Xiao Yang felt that the soul realm in the Taoist body was because of the mysterious effect of the Xianling Emperor Pond here. It seems that after absorbing the golden energy of the Xianling Emperor Pond, some mysterious power is suspended in it, which seems to be the stepping stone of the 6-star Do Emperor. It's time to go. Xiao Yang also glanced at the broken space next to him and then bowed slowly. The next moment, Xiao Yang also put away the immortal sword, and then carried his own ancient ruler of eternal fire, and headed out of the forbidden area. Just after Xiao Yang left, a voice echoed around the shattered space. Since it was Yu Xian's choice, then I won't interfere too much. Otherwise, it's not so easy to get the origin of Life Stone. However, I didn't expect that even a king as powerful as the Golden Dragon would almost fall. The power of that alien race is really... Since the origin of life no longer exists, it's time for me to go too. After the voice was finished, it suddenly turned into a ray of light, and then slowly disappeared into this space. Damn it. This old ghost actually left me here alone. The witch also raised her head suddenly, and saw something like that. Such fluctuations. This old ghost actually touched the peak of Do-di. After the witch finished speaking, she instantly suppressed her breath, because she didn't want to have anything to do with this old man. After all, this one has existed since the beginning of the Xianling Emperor Pond's birth. What? Why do these clothes look familiar? Xiao Yang also came to the outskirts of the isolated island, and if he wanted to leave, he had to rely on the space teleportation formation on the outskirts of the isolated island. That's... The next moment, Xiao Yang's huge perception also dissipated instantly. Then Xiao Yang responded with a body as white as jade that seemed to merge with the Xianling Emperor Pond. Such a beauty! I am afraid it can only be seen from a distance and cannot be played with. The jade-white skin and the golden-yellow Xianling Emperor Pond seemed to merge into one, and the hair behind him also became damp under the constant beating of the Xianling Emperor Pond's seawater. At this moment, Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes were slightly closed, and then a bluish flame slowly appeared on her forehead. She breathed gently through her nose and mouth. Pure power emerges. Mu Yingying. Xiao Yan also exclaimed, but in the next moment, calm was restored. After all, even if Mu Yingying was here naked now, Xiao Yang was unmoved. After all, Xiao Yang did not see dishonest people. I actually want to use the effect of this Xianling Emperor Pond to break through the 5-star Do Emperor. That's a bit reluctant. The next moment, Xiao Yang also discovered Mu Yingying's intention, and was immediately very interested. Even though Mu Yingying, who was in the Xianling Emperor Pond, was covered up by the golden sea water, she still showed a very attractive appearance. But the next moment, I don't know if it was Mu Yingying who discovered Xiao Yang or what. Then the next moment, countless tiny energies gathered towards Mu Yingying from all directions. He's really a smart person. Xiao Yang couldn't help but admire this. Obviously, Mu Yingying's actions like this, if they didn't have the courage, most people wouldn't dare to do it. After all, although there are many mysterious powers in this Xianling Emperor Pond, no one knows whether these powers are beneficial to their cultivation. The next moment, Xiao Yang also noticed that Mu Yingying's Do Qi was becoming more and more solid. Obviously, the intensity of this Do Qi had reached the level of a 5-star Do Emperor, but Mu Yingying absorbed the suction of her power. It hasn't stopped yet. This is. Xiao Yang also shrank his pupils tightly, and then discovered Mu Yingying's intention. This Mu Yingying actually wanted to use the power of this Xianling Emperor Pond to break through the middle stage of the 5-star Do Emperor, in one fell swoop. Bang bang bang. A lot of golden energy from the Xianling Emperor Pond also slowly gathered on Mu Yingying's body, and then the azure blue flame on Mu Yingying's forehead also emitted extremely hot fluctuations. This flame seems to be a little abnormal. Xiao Yang also muttered. Obviously, this azure flame, although the fluctuations emanating from the invisible are extremely hot, but Xiao Yang, who has 23 kinds of different fires, comes from Xiao Yang. Said, obviously found that this blue flame seems to be missing something. At this time, Mu Yingying had also broken through the 5-star Do Emperor, and reached the initial stage of the 5-star Do Emperor, but there was still a lot of power left in the Do Emperor pill, and the Xianling Emperor Pond, that she had absorbed before. So it's all in one go tilde ready to break through the middle stage of the 5-star Do D. Tiny golden energies are also constantly gathering from all directions of the Xianling Emperor Pond, and then slowly gathering on Mu Yingying's body. With the gathering of these forces, Mu Yingying's azure blue the flames are also beating slowly, as if they are very happy, because of this power. The next moment, a milky white energy appeared on Mu Yingying's chest. In the milky white energy, an unspeakable terrifying force also appeared. What is that? Xiao Yang also murmured. The next moment, Xiao Yang used his huge soul power to discover that it was actually the power of a medicinal pill. Although Mu Yingying had absorbed a lot of the power in the milky white energy group, it still had a huge amount of power. No wonder he dared to attack the middle stage of the 5-star Do Emperor. It turned out to be with the power of the remaining medicinal herbs and the power of this Xianling Emperor Pond. Although I don't know what kind of medicinal pill it is, the rank will definitely not be too low. Xiao Yang also said. Boom boom boom. The golden energy in the Xianling Emperor Pond and the power of the Emperor Do pill continuously gathered on Mu Yingying's body, and then Mu Yingying's aura also soared. Xiao Yang was also protecting Mu Yingying from the side, and did not disturb Mu Yingying, because he also knew that it was the last step, and once someone disturbed, the consequences would be extremely severe. This video will end here.